everyone, and welcome back to your favorite show for all things gaming and rarely tech-related, Gentoo. As always, we're your hosts, Cade Cox
and Justin Bieber. This week sees the release of a brand new group survival game and a hack-and-slash platformer title.
First up is Ashwalkers, A Survival Journey. In this RPG, you control a group of survivors through a harsh world without rules or judgment. To survive, you'll have to manage your party, food, and equipment in this non-linear narrative with 34 possible endings. You can check out a demo now or wait for the full game to release on April 15th for PC.
Next up is Demon Skin. This hack-and-slash side-scroller has a similar feel to the Dark Souls franchise. With its challenging combat and platforming, you'll be doing plenty of respawning. This title features a variety of monsters and quests to complete in a world that will test your skills. Make sure to check out Demon Skin when it releases for PC on April 13th.
That's all for this week. Check in next week for the best moments from this season of Gentoo.
Next up is Cade with a different reality.
If you can read this, you have eyes. Sick.
Welcome back, everyone, to a new episode of A Different Reality, where you have to listen to me talk about whatever VR game I'm playing this week. I'm Cade Cox, and this week's game is Surgeon Simulator. After all these weeks of playing VR, I finally did it. I graduated. And no, not from an actual school. I got my virtual MD. And boy, does it feel good. I like to thank my mom and my PC for never crashing in the middle. Just kidding. But this week's game is a doozy. Seen by a lot of people as the grandpa of VR games, Surgeon Simulator first came out in 2013, but wasn't playable in VR until 2016. Surgeon Simulator is exactly what the title says. You play the role as a one-man hospital, basically in the form of Dr. Nigel. I say that because you're the only person you see in the entire game, other than Bob, but he doesn't say too much. You're the receptionist, surgeon, nurse, and everything in between, and whoever hired you couldn't have picked a clumsier person. Which is a great segue to talk about how this game plays. And when I say it's a simulator, I use that term very lightly. This is not a realistic sim by any means, but that doesn't mean it's not a good time. The super wonky handling almost adds to the goofy charm this game already has. You don't really grab things so much as they just kinda stick to your hands. But once you start your first surgery, you will quickly realize this isn't a normal hospital. The tools at your disposal may seem normal at first glance until you notice a tomahawk just sitting on the desk. I personally enjoy the comical style of gameplay Surgeon Simulator offers. They give you a simple goal of replacing the patient's organs and let you do that any way you see fit, as long as Bob doesn't kick the bucket before you finish. There are a handful of surgeries that you can play in this game, and they're all transplants. There's a heart transplant, kidney transplant, eyeball transplant, brain transplant, and a teeth transplant? Yeah, I said teeth, and it's as bad as it sounds. The one downfall of Surgeon Simulator is the length of the game. If you play every surgery in the game in one sitting, it'll probably take you a little more than an hour to see everything the game has to offer. But for a price tag of only $20, you can't really be too upset. But the game does offer some variety in different environments to attempt your surgeries in. Eventually, you unlock levels where you have to perform surgery inside of a moving ambulance and even in space. I told you it wasn't realistic. But the most off-the-wall thing this game has is a secret level. And I'm talking so secret, I had to look up an answer on how to unlock it. There's a secret code that you need to find, and the digits are hidden throughout the entire game. I was only able to find about one or two. I won't spoil the secret on how to unlock it, but I will show what it is. Yeah, you have to do surgery on an alien, and you have 3 minutes before your ship blows up. I don't feel like I need to go any further. Surgeon Simulator isn't the most impressive game ever, nor is it packed to the gills full of content, but this game is super fun and really funny, and it will definitely be staying in my library for a long time in case I feel like saving another life. I give Surgeon Simulator 7 out of 10.
On Game Over, we look at titles that didn't quite hit the mark with their communities and left a negative impact on the gaming industry. And you know, honestly, I'm just bummed about reviewing only the bad eggs. I really just want to talk about something positive instead. So, seeing that this is unfortunately the final episode, I felt it would be appropriate to talk about not only a very successful, but also my absolute favorite game. Today, we're talking about Hearthstone. Hearthstone is an online free-to-play card game created by Blizzard back in 2014. It takes characters, settings, and lore from their other famous title, World of Warcraft, and turns it into its own little spin-off. In this title, you face off against one opponent, taking turns in trying to best the other in a variety of creative methods with the deck of cards that you create. These cards range in both cost and rarity and can take different forms such as spells, minions, quests, and secrets. But if the regular way of play doesn't entice you, then no worries. Hearthstone has a plethora of variations in game modes that you can play, such as Tavern Brawl, Duels, and my personal favorite, Battlegrounds. Now I hear you asking, actually I can't hear you since this is recording, but I'm going to pretend that you're asking anyway, what platforms can you play this on? Well, to answer that, it's currently only available on PC and mobile devices. Now, before you laugh at that, I want to make something clear. Even with its surprisingly barren platform selection, the fact that this game is so easy to run makes it still very accessible. You know what? To prove that, here's a few places that you can play it at. I can play it on my PC. I can even play it in the bathroom. I can even play it in the shower. Okay, maybe that one wasn't such a good idea. Also, the point is, you can play this game basically anywhere. Now lastly, the other big reason I love this game so much is because it makes me think. Every match is a different playstyle that you have to adapt to, and every turn you're always trying to predict what your opponent will play next. Sometimes it works out, and other times not so much, with some more than others. But regardless, each match is a learning experience and keeps you wanting to get better. Now, even though I love this game, I have to make it clear that it's not perfect. I mean, no game is. With Hearthstone's use of randomness, either in its monetization or in its core gameplay, this ultimately decides the tides of matches. Alongside that, the game is somewhat pay to win. I mean, sure, you can naturally get these strong cards through actual gameplay, however, this title likes to push its microtransactions in praying that you'll cave and use actual money. But on the bright side, Hearthstone and its developers are pretty gracious when it comes to giving free content regardless if you pay money or not. This and the other aspects I listed really make me think while still having a fun time, all the while being free to play. And I mean, who doesn't like free games? So, if you're wanting a game that you can play almost anywhere, costs no money, and test your thinking, then I could not recommend Hearthstone more.
And my mom just texted, I gotta go.
Boy, get your butt back over here. We still have more coming up.
Jeez.
What is up, and welcome back to another episode of Monkey Plays, where Trenton and I try to survive Rust. Last week, you guys saw me defeat Bradley, the NPC-operated tank that patrols around the Monument launch site. Today, I'm going to be adventuring to Trainyard, where I'm going to be completing different puzzles which will allow me to open the blue keycard door. Behind that bear some high-value crates. But without further ado, welcome to Rust. Why do we want to go to Trainyard? Well, just because Trenton isn't here today doesn't mean he can't help. He decided that Trainyard is where we would adventure next in the series because of how easy a monument is. He said that Trainyard is underappreciated regarding other monuments, and because of that you don't encounter other players. Trenton also said it has loads of crate around the yard, which also includes a blue and green keycard door. And because blue and green keycards don't break immediately, you can go back multiple times. And on high population servers, crates respawn more quickly. So what do we need for Trainyard? Well, just a few items. I brought a gun, meds, an electric fuse, and a green and blue keycard. I already had a green keycard and a fuse, but I was missing the blue keycard. If you guys remember in a previous episode, Trenton and I traveled to Sewer Branch. Sewer Branch has a blue keycard spawn, so I'm going to be headed back to grab one. You can also buy blue keycards from Outposts for 100 scrap, but because I was so close to Sewer Branch, I decided to go there. After I had gotten my card, I headed over to Trainyard to start the puzzle. What are the steps required to opening the 2 keycard doors? First, I'll need to travel to 3 different buildings, turning on certain switches and adding the electric fuse. The first building requires me to activate the first series of switches. After that, I'm headed to the second building where I'm traveling to the top of the structure and flipping a secondary switch. These buildings also have loot crates, which kinda knocks out 2 birds with 1 stone. The last building, I'll need the electric fuse. After I put the electric fuse in the electric box, I flip the last of the switches. Now I'm headed to the building where the doors are located. Up a flight of stairs is the first green keycard door. Behind the green door it has 3 barrels and some crates. After looting that, I went up the next flight of stairs where the blue door was located. Inside the room contains at least 9 crates, which can be wood or military. Sometimes also a red keycard spawns, but unfortunately nothing spawned for me. After that, I headed home and threw my supply signal. Tune in next week where Trendon and I travel to the military tunnels where we will complete the next keycard puzzle and open the red keycard door. Thank you guys for watching. This week I traveled to Trainyard where I completed the keycard puzzle and opened the green and blue doors. I got a supply signal and headed home. As always, have a good one and we'll see you next week.
Welcome back to another episode of Hidden Gems in Gaming. I have to be really quiet because I'm in a very sticky situation right now. I'm currently being hunted by a ghost or demon or whatever it is that wants me dead, and I don't know what to do. I'm stuck here with just my flashlight and some salt, and all my teammates are outside. Or dead. Wait. I haven't even said what game this is. This week's Hidden Gem is Phasmophobia. Phasmophobia is an online co-op psychological horror game in which you and your team members of paranormal investigators will enter haunted locations filled with paranormal activity and gather as much evidence as possible for you to figure out which ghost it is, using your ghost hunting equipment to search for and record evidence of whatever ghost is haunting the location to sell onto a ghost removal team. The game is focused on getting tasks or contracts from people that have had paranormal events in their house, and you need to find out what kind of ghost is haunting their house, without dying of course. You can encounter a total of 12 ghosts, such as a spirit, a wraith, phantom, a poltergeist, banshee, jinn, mare, revenant, shade, demon, uri, or oni. Each ghost has their own weaknesses and strengths. You must use all your tools and ghost hunting equipment to find out what the ghost is. What the main point of this game is to complete the contract and get money. The goal is to be quick with figuring out where the ghost is and what kind of ghost it is, so you can put all the details together and then get out without dying. Although you can play this game solo, it is highly recommended to play this game with other friends because going through some of the locations can be quite creepy when you are all alone, especially the size of the map. There's a total of 8 maps that you can go to, ranging from small to large. There is the Tanglewood Street House, the Edgefield Street House, Ridgeview Roadhouse, Grafton Farmhouse, Bleasdale Farmhouse, Brownstone High School, Prison, and the Asylum, which the Asylum is massive. Each map has its ups and downs, but when going through each map, the ghost you are searching for can only be found in one of the rooms or locations on the map. So the smaller maps are nice for finding the ghost quickly, and the bigger maps, let's just say you don't want to go in alone. There's a big list of equipment that you can bring with you on each contract to assist you in finding the ghost and then determining what it is by finding out what evidence the ghost gives out, because each ghost gives different types of evidence that narrow it down to which it could be, such as finding the fingerprints of ghosts left on the doors, ghost writing from when you drop down a ghost writing book, ghost orb which can be caught on the CCTV cameras that you place inside the house, or by using an EMF reader, electromagnetic field, to determine the level of activities in each room to figure out where the ghost is so you can pinpoint its location. You are giving the starter equipment to help you with your first contract whenever you start the game. This game released quite recently in late 2020 on PC as an early access for $14. Phasmophobia gained some traction for how fun it is with friends and how scary it can be. Playing this game for the first time is honestly quite a scary experience. Overall, if you're wanting a new fun experience to play with a group of friends, I would highly recommend this game. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode. I'm John with Hidden Gems in Gaming, signing out.
Welcome to Delta. I'm Derek Campbell.
I'm Adam Bocart.
We're playing 2K20 here that was released in August of 2019. And we're doing a little recreation as best as we can of Northwest beating Texas West? West Texas A&M, I think is who they beat.
Everybody, if you want to talk.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Elite
They did beat everybody. And we're just kind of recreating how dominant the Bearcats were. So are we ready to get into this, Adam?
Let's do it.
And just a heads up, me and Adam are all on the same team, just going to dominate Cowboy Craig. Just a heads up. And we're Bobby Bearcat.
Totally custom teams. All 5 players are the same on both sides, but should be a pretty dominant performance.
Yep. So to start us off, Adam, do you play these type of games, sporting games right here?
I do, not like religiously, not like a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I more enjoy stuff like this where you're completely breaking the game. But the people that, invest 8 hours a day into online play, not really my style, not really my game.
Yeah.
But as far as doing stupid stuff, getting the game on sale, I'm all for it.
I'm the other way around for me. I enjoy any type of sporting game that I can get my hands on, really. But we definitely got the first points of the game right there.
Yeah, why are we not full court pressing?
I don't know.
All right, so we're back.
All right, here we go. We're back here. We took a little short break on Delta, but that's okay. We're back in the game.
Double team all the time. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. There we go. Look at those
Beautiful.
lanky arms right there.
Dude's my height, 5'10", and has like a 90-inch vertical.
Yeah, he's got the wingspan to prove it too. But did you ever play this game when it first came out, Adam? Or
Not when it first came out, but I believe PlayStation. Wow, I'm doing all the work.
are you red?
Yeah,
Oh, that
I'm the colorblind one. Cut me some slack. But I think PlayStation
yeah.
released this for free recently, and that's when I really got into it because I mean, it's a AAA, popularity game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll take it for free and do stupid stuff like this.
Just create your own type of rosters and game scenarios. Then pretty much is what you do.
Yeah, and I do enjoy the. Oh, that's just sad. I do enjoy kind of like the My Player stuff, kind of the career mode sort of thing. So still a little bit more story driven. I do enjoy those aspects of it, but as far as like playing online and everything, they're actually double teaming. Here, you do something.
That's all. You gotta pass me the ball, actually. There we go.
Yeah, dunk all over him, or shoot
And
a layup.
I tried the dunk animation didn't come out. But yeah, like 2K definitely has good, I feel like story-wise for players. And I think that's what draws them in. Is that kind of what draws you into this type of game then?
Absolutely. I'm very much a story-driven gamer. So not a huge fan of all the sports games because they seem pretty repetitive and monotonous year to year.
Especially Madden.
Yeah. So the fact that a lot of these games are starting to get more of a story-driven aspect of it makes it a lot more enjoyable for me.
Yeah. I definitely like 2K stories. I feel like they always do a good story every year, potentially. Oh, no, we can't let that happen. Oh, come on.
Play some D.
There we go.
Oh.
Come on. There we go. All right, let's drive
Lord.
up the court now.
This is borderline embarrassing.
There we
I don't
go.
know how to alley-oop. Double tap triangle.
Okay.
That's why we keep you around.
Looks off screen. Talking to nobody back there.
So,
Adam, stop talking to yourself up there. Jeez, man.
Timeout.
Oh, we were too good.
Need to rethink some things.
Okay. I was going to turn off timeouts for computer so
Yeah.
we can keep it going. But yeah.
We'll make it work.
Did you end up, since we're doing the Bearcats here, did you end up watching the national championship game?
I did. I followed them pretty closely. I was lucky enough to work with them on the 2018-19 season when they went 38-0. So I always enjoy watching them, and I always enjoy how much they dominate year after year. Oh my.
Oh, there we go.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna attempt an alley-oop here.
Did you? You didn't go to the game at all?
No, I wasn't able to, but I definitely sat at home and enjoyed it. Just please finish that.
Oh man, our sliders are on 100%. Man, we don't miss. We don't miss.
Yeah, I mean, either a dunk or an alley-oop or a deep three. Everything else is pretty lame.
Yeah, this makes their third national championship in 4 years, or 4 or 5, and they won 80-54. So it wasn't much of a game that we saw, pretty much.
Yeah, I know. For the Elite Eight, Final Four, and the national championship, we actually broke a record for largest cumulative deficit. We actually beat everybody by, I think it was 78 points over 3 games, which is just unheard of.
Dang
You're
it!
killing me.
All right, that's all we're allowing. They're not getting anything else.
Yeah, we need to be able to just do stuff like this. Pull up from,
There we
pull up from the
go.
logo.
There, we got a little Steph Curry in us.
Little Trevor Hudgens.
Oh, that too. No, he's got that. He's got the step back down. Every time he does his step back three, you know it's going in. Here, I'm open right here.
I got you. Yeah, pull up.
Oh, dirty rim.
It's fine. Double team.
What do you think about Ryan though coming back?
I'm so excited. He is honestly one of the most fun to work with people, and one of the few people that every time he's on the court, you can tell he's having a good time, wears his heart on his sleeve, and is just one of the happiest people I've ever met.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that he's coming back for another year.
Same team pretty much, so do you think they still have it in them to get another national championship next year? Because I know a lot of repeat teams kind of struggle on that type of year.
Oh, that was sick.
Okay, I like that alley-oop.
Yeah, so the fact that we've got all 5 players, or all 5 of our starters coming back, really bodes well for us. The fact that I think, are only losing 2 seniors.
Yeah, 2 seniors.
Is huge for us. And the fact that we were so dominant against a pretty good MIAA and a pretty good national tournament team, I don't see why we couldn't do it again.
Yeah. I know there was some talk.
Oh my God!
Get that out of here. There was some talk. I heard there's been some rumors that some people want us to go D1, to Northwest to go up to D1.
Yeah. On paper, seems like a great idea, but just the amount of logistical nightmares that people probably don't realize.
Yeah.
Mainly capacity and facilities being an issue, how expensive it is to actually go D1. Oh, alley-oop me, please.
Oh.
Okay, that was...
Oh, what?
Did we call timeout?
I don't know. I turned that off.
That was probably me.
we were button mashing right there for so.
Trying to look like we know what we're doing.
Yeah, so, yeah, like, I definitely agree. Looks good on paper. We'll definitely have to tear down Lampkin. And perfect release. There we go. Let's get that zoomed in later in post. But yeah, so I'm torn with.
I know we could definitely hold our own against a number of D1 teams.
Yes, yeah, I think we can. We would compete on the bottom half of D1. I think, but if we had to play like the Power 5 schools, I think that's when you'd see the true kind of difference between.
Oh, pull up, buzzer beater.
Oh, true.
Austin, just to edit that it went in. Shut up. No, Austin, wherever you are, edit that so that went in. We'll take a second look at it, and buzzer beater to win the game. Shut up. I was trying to give you an out if you wanted to end it there.
But we're up 25-4 here.
Yeah, we'll kick it into high gear.
We're on pace to.
What is this?
We're on pace to get 100 points, so that's what we like to see.
No, this is unacceptable.
We just need. There we go.
That's.
There we go. I'm trying to get.
They're not as flashy as
I know.
as I was expecting.
I'm trying to get a fancy dunk. I think
for
that causes.
a 5'10" person.
Yeah.
5'10", 180.
We don't want the basic ones. Oh, he tried to get fancy right there. Pop it right there. Oh, in the corner, and that's good. Oh, good rebound.
And one. Love it.
There we go. That's what we like to see.
Cowboy Craig is feeling it.
Yeah, like I know there's been some action in the MIAA of Cam Martin transferring out, but I was surprised that some Northwest Bearcats didn't transfer.
I mean, yeah, a lot of them definitely have D1 caliber talent, so I can't say I would be surprised if they did. But just the culture here, yeah, it looks like I know what I'm doing. The culture here.
You've been practicing.
Yeah, I can't even say that with a straight face. The culture here and just everything that this group has done, I mean, they're like 98-3 over the last like 5 seasons or something ridiculous.
It's
so,
crazy.
I mean, why would you want to go anywhere else than right here?
Oh, alley-oop to Sel.
Oh, you gotta slam that down. Yeah, you mentioned Cam Martin from Missouri Southern. I don't want to say surprising, but he's definitely going to make a name for himself at KU.
Oh yeah, he's like he's the top scorer in the MIAA.
Yeah, and he always gave us a hard time anytime we played him. So that we're definitely going to have a different look when it comes time to play Missouri Southern.
Oh,
that was slick.
That was completely
other notable
accident.
transfers, Parker Fox from Northeastern State.
Yep, I saw that
who
one.
We played in the Central Regional Championship, arguably the best game in
in the tournament.
Winner of that likely goes on to become the national champion.
Yeah.
I
For that, I was a little disappointed how they set that up with how we
absolutely.
were playing. I feel like that could have been different.
Yeah, it's just a weird year in general.
Yeah.
The way that they had to separate out conferences, how we were playing 3 MIAA teams on our side of the bracket.
Yeah.
It's really too bad because I think there was,
Get that.
a lot of talent still in that bracket.
Oh, okay. Well, this was Delta here. Thanks for joining me, Adam. I'm glad we could dominate Cowboy Craig here as Bobby Bearcat.
There's nothing I would have rather done with my Monday night, Tuesday night.
Well,
Any night of the week, I'm happy to do this.
well, thank you guys for joining me and Adam here on Delta. And this is Gentoo.